so wish we could start this segment with Led Zeppelin's The Immigrant Song. I
could
just sing
no,
it.
but we
like,
can't.
I could just hum a few.
We cannot afford the rights.
Fine. Killjoy. Anyway, the book that we're looking at this week is truly an immigration story.
Yeah.
Immigrant story. It's called Gone to Amerikay. It's by Derek McCulloch with amazing artwork by Colleen Doran. And it tells the story of Irish immigrants coming to America.
I think it's quite ironic that McCulloch, I mean, even given his name, is not actually Irish. He's not even American, for that matter. But you've got Doran, who actually is American with Irish background, so it balances out.
It is, but I mean, even though this is a story about Irish people, do you think it's actually an Irish story? Like, I feel that there's a certain level of universality about it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, it's a story about immigrants, regardless of where they come from.
Absolutely.
But I felt like there was kind of an Irish style to the storytelling.
Yeah, there is a certain lyricism and a melancholia that runs through this story. Even in the happy parts, it's kind of still bittersweet. Like, it's a true Irish tale, I guess.
Yeah, and it's an Irish tale of 3 different Irish people coming to America. Yeah. But what's interesting is that they're coming in 3 different time periods. Yeah. You've got Kiara in 1870, you've got Johnny McCormick in 1960, and you've got Lewis Healy in 2010. And it's 3 so very different stories that actually, they interconnect in quite surprising ways.
They really do. And there's also 3 very different reasons for them to come to America. I mean, Kiara, 1800s Ireland, not a fun place to be living.
Really.
So she jumps on a boat with her young daughter Mari to get to America for a new, better life. Johnny wants to be a musical star, so he rocks up with his guitar and starts hitting the pavement with his music. And then Lewis, I mean, Lewis has a really interesting story because he's actually trying to find the origin of a song that really inspired him as a child. So it's a bit of a quest for him. Apart from the story, which is fantastic. The thing that really got to me, once again, is the art style.
Again.
Me with the art, I know.
Yeah, but, you know, it is fantastic in this. I mean, it's beautifully drawn. I've really dug Doran's work ever since I saw her Sandman issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing that I really love about Doran is she has this amazing ability for scope in her artwork. There are so many panels in Gone to Amerikay which I couldn't turn the page. I was so busy looking at everything that was in these amazing pictures. I mean, quite early in the book, there's a 2-page spread, and each panel has each of the characters arriving, I guess it's at Ellis Island
with
for
the evolving
America.
skyline.
With the skyline, and it's just, I couldn't tear myself away, and it was only like 5 pages into the book.
That is quite special. I mean, for me though, what did it for me about the artwork was the texture, the flavour, if you like, of it. I mean, when you're doing something like this, where you've got the 3 separate time periods, but it's all in the same place, you've got to convey that difference over time. But also really get that sense of sameness at the same time, so you know it's the same place.
Yeah.
It's a tricky tightrope to walk, but Doran nails it in this one.
She totally does. I also love when you see a work that the artist and the writer have worked so beautifully together to create such a complex story, because it really is. There's a lot going on in this story, but never do you ever feel like they're laying it on thick.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's so much going on in this story. It goes from funny to tragic to terrifying in the space of a few pages, but you never feel like it's getting away from you. I mean, it holds your hand, it carries you through this. It does keep you going with the story.
It does, and that's where I think this feeling of universality really comes in. I mean, regardless of your background, where your family's from, where you're from, doesn't matter. Everybody can get something out of this book. It's not just a story of 3 people, you know, it's the story of a country. It's really fascinating.
Do I even need to ask?
Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Really, I mean, it's a romantic story, it's a tragic story, it's a comedy, it's a thriller. It has moments in there that blew my mind that I had no idea actually that was the way it was going. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
No, we won't do that.
Fantastic. So I think everybody should read this book. It's beautiful.
I love it too. It's a fantastic story, and I think in a country like Australia that has such a multicultural base, it's an important book as well. I really think this is one everybody should check out. It's fantastic.
It so is. I'm just going to hum the first bit.
No. Don't worry, I got it.